listening to the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse for Larry McIntire Classic Alexander alongside Dom Lorenzano. Glad to be with you here. Thank you for watching BevCam Sports Network on Channel 22 or on our YouTube channel. We have a great game tonight. The 12-6 Beverly Panthers hosting the 9-9 Bishop Fenwick Crusaders, a team that they lost to early in the season, Dom.
Yeah, absolutely. And the big thing to look for, though, is a young team like the Panthers, if you see them early on in the season, you can't bank on that same team showing up. You might do things that you didn't see before. That's the danger of facing a young team. If they can get off to that good start, Moreland scoring from down low, Anderson from outside, could be a lethal combination.
Exactly. It's a night and day from beginning of the season to this point in the season. Obviously, Moreland's been there all year, but she's been even taking it a step further. Anderson has emerged as an elite three-point shooter. In Bernard off the bench, and with the young players, too, with McCarthy and even Whitehair providing good minutes off the bench, this team's dangerous.
Absolutely. We saw Bakey go off in their last game, too, for about 15 points. She hit about 4 threes, and they're dangerous from every level. And I don't think that Bishop has seen the complete Beverly team yet.
Yeah, and the question is, which Beverly team is going to show up tonight? They play very well against good teams. They beat Saugus, Danvers, and Revere. Close game against Glen Classical, ended up losing that one. But this is a team that over this season has sometimes played down to an opponent's level. But this Fenwick team, I don't see Beverly playing down to their level. This is a great team, and you know Stanchel and this team remembers what happened in that Christmas tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the big reason why you can't expect to see that same team that you saw before. You talking down to playing down to lesser competition, but they know Stanchel's got it in their ear, and I think they want to avenge that. You got it. The energy is a lot more too because it's a tournament.
Yep.
I think they'll feed off that energy, and I think they'll look sharp from the get-go.
Yeah, the winner of this game is going to end up playing Masco. They beat Gloucester pretty easily, 70-32 early this afternoon. That was a blowout, and the Masco girls coming into that game this morning after some controversy. I don't know about if you heard it. The whole team was suspended for the game against Pentucket the other night because of something that happened with a T-shirt. They're not really telling us, but the whole team was suspended for that game. They got slaughtered by Pentucket, so that Masco girls team has something to prove too, and they showed it with that thrashing of Gloucester.
Absolutely. But you got to wonder, it might be a distraction though still. You know they got something to prove.
Yeah.
But you want to know, could it be in their head? Especially if you can get off to a good start, you can get them to start thinking about other things too along with it.
Exactly. We're about a minute 45 to go from the opening tip, from the starting lineups being announced. And assuming it's the same starting five, this Beverly team needs to get off to a hot start, especially against a team that, we've said it a few times already, beat them. It was a close game, though, only, I believe, 8 points separating the two teams in that game, as Beverly's going to head to the bench now, and we're going to be getting ready for the starting lineups. What are you looking forward to in this game? Obviously, besides, we've talked about Moreland and Anderson, the 1-2 punch, inside-out combo. Who else are you looking to in this game to really step up to give Beverly that edge that maybe wasn't there in that Fenwick game?
Well, I wouldn't say it wasn't there, but I would say that the other key piece is Beaudry. If you can add Beaudry driving in the inside and getting points herself, as also she always distributes the ball well, but if she can become a scoring threat herself, you got a real three-headed monster, and it is tough to deal with.
The starting lineups going to be announced soon. Beverly's going to put out Beaudry, Gotch, Anderson, Moreland, and Bernard. Fenwick got to scurry over to the bench to be announced for starting lineup. It's going to be number 4, Olivia DePietro. Number 5, one of the captains, Sammy Gallant. We have number 10, Courtney Norton, another captain. Number 21, Jackson Nadu. And number 34, the third captain, Jenny Meager.
You know, I remember from last year when they played this team, Gallant and DePietro, I remember them well. They went off, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do in this one as well. Of course, they never see a defensive threat like Moreland, and they haven't seen this aggressive Beverly D like it was last year.
Beverly lineups being announced now. We already said Anderson, Moreland, Gotch, Beaudry, and Bernard.
I think Tia is another player to watch. We talked about Beaudry getting down low as well. But Tia can have it sometimes. She has her games, and And if Beaudry's not feeling it early, Bernard can step up as well. And like I said, create that three-headed monster.
We're going to pause now for a moment to go listen to the national anthem. Or we're not. Okay. No national anthem. Probably just at the beginning of the tournament. I like that, though. 3 minutes in between each time.
They need to speed things up, I think.
Exactly.
We got more games after this.
Yeah, the Beverly boys will be playing the Fenwick boys after this at 7:15. And the winner of that game also plays Masco, so. Meager taking the tip with Moreland. Freshman versus senior. Meager's going to poke it. And Fenwick starts with the ball. Driving baseline, stop. Meager mid-range jumper. Missed. Rebound, Beaudry, but it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go with the Panthers.
Quick possession, but they got a good look to start things out.
Beaudry crossing over at midcourt, stolen by Meager. Crusaders slowing it down. Picking the high post, a three just off the mark. That was Gallant. It's going to be Panther ball.
Slowed it down, but then didn't do a lot of ball movement. Just took the outside shot. It was there, though. It was open.
Beaudry getting picked off. Meager ends up with it. Quick pass down low. 2 points for Norton.
Beverly struggling with the press here a little early.
Beaudry trying to dribble through it. She loses it again. It's going to be a travel, so 3 straight turnovers on 3 possessions for the Panthers to start this game. They're lucky to only be down 2 points.
Yeah, not the fast start we were talking about. We're looking forward to seeing. But come out with that press early. That's a good strategy to make sure they don't get in rhythm.
Gallant. Drive on Gotch with contact. 2 points. It's DePietro.
That was a great move. She just took that right by herself. I think she just made that decision pretty early on that she knew she could beat her.
Moreland. Panthers finally get a pass half court up to Bernard. Can't finish. Rebound Moreland. The putback. Gets it to go. 2 points Moreland. Panthers are on the board 4-2 with 6:39 left to play in the first. Nadu to Meager. Thinking about a three. She drives. Left hand, no good. Rebound Moreland. She's going the other way.
The Crusaders are getting some open looks.
Dish to Bernard. A little too far in front, though, but poked away by the Crusaders. And you said it, Crusaders, they're getting open looks. Their shots just aren't falling. Beverly very fortunate to be only down 2 points early. I always wish we could mic up the referees, too.
Yeah, that'd be great. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on.
Beaudry inbounding. Trying to get it to Moreland. She ends up with it. Beaudry has it in the corner, a little
Bit
floater.
of a mess down there.
Moreland hits the deck pretty hard. We're going to get a foul, I believe, on the Crusaders.
Talking about not a lot of things going right now, but one good thing is early on, Moreland is having plenty of success down there.
Yeah, she's grabbing boards over Meager. Playing good D on her as well. Beaudry down low to Gotch. Back out to Beaudry. Moreland almost losing it. Gotch has it poked away. Anderson gets it. 15 on the shot clock. Good pick by Gotch. Anderson on the run. Can't get it to go. Rebound Gallant.
This Crusaders defense looks real good early on.
Meager down low. Almost gets that one to go. That was a bunny. I believe we're going to get a foul on Meager as well. Be called with the push. was a great look from the Crusaders to get it down low to Meager quickly, noticing Gotch was playing D.
Yeah, that's something that you don't see happen with the Panthers a lot, too. They don't usually give up those real easy looks. They don't give those gimmies. They make teams earn it usually.
Anderson, deep three, off the mark.
Look good.
Gallant just letting that one go. Early on, a defensive struggle. 4-2 Crusader lead, 5.5 left to go in the first.
This is second game in a row for the Panthers that their offense has came off to a bad start.
Three-pointer from the Crusaders. That's number 21, Nadu, one of the captains on this team. She didn't call glass, though, so I'm not going to count it. Bernard getting fouled from behind there. Be on the floor. Waiting to see who that foul's on. DePietro already with 2.
At least they're getting them in foul trouble.
7-2 Crusader lead. Moreland with the pump fake. She drives, can't complete it. She's battling down low there with Meager. That's going to be something that I'm predicting pretty early is going to get pretty chippy.
Absolutely. A lot of the time, we've talked about it being a weakness too. This Panther team kind of goes where Moreland goes.
Mm-hmm. In and out.
Sometimes a little too much.
Moreland, Bernard, long 2. Can't get the roll. Rebound Crusaders. They're coming the other way quickly. Great outlet pass. A bit of a Euro step, but a travel.
They run their offense fast, though.
They do. Especially in the teams that I've seen Beverly play in the past few years. Outlet passes aren't really a thing you see in girls' high school basketball anyway, not at the level that this Fenwick team is really connecting on them.
But this is a very different style than what you're used to seeing.
Gallant pushing it with contact off the mark, no good. Another foul on this Crusader team.
They're going to have to grow concerned about this, though.
And Norton with her first foul. It's already 14 fouls for the Crusaders. Not even halfway through the first quarter.
That's going to make it hard to run that press down the stretch if you're already in foul trouble.
Moreland, she'll shoot 2. 2 fouls on arguably their most important player tonight, Meager. She's the one that's going to be guarding Moreland most of the night. And the ball's been in Moreland's hands a lot early in this game. She's been forcing most of the possession she's had, especially on that possession too. Had the ball at half court, could have waited, but she was almost too aggressive there in taking it to the hoop.
I think it's because they've seen that for right now, no one's real hot from the outside shooting, so I think she's feeling the pressure a bit to make the offense go. But it has at least paid off with getting Meager in foul trouble.
It has. And she will be staying in the game right now with 2 fouls. Near side. Guarded by Beaudry. Meager back to the outside, thinking about a 3. She'll pull up now. Got it to go. Good stroke from Gallant.
Boy, they pulled back and really let her have that.
Almost poked away from behind, Moreland. Trying to get down low to Beaudry. It's a turnover. 10-3 lead for the Crusaders early on. 3:45 left to go in the first. Beverly struggling.
We've seen slow starts from them before. They just really look out of sync and out of rhythm right now, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Gallant, she's the one who just hit that 3. 3 again for the Crusaders, off the mark. Good box out there by Gotch. Almost turned over by Anderson. Quickly gets it to Beaudry. And Beverly's in the front court now. Bernard, 3. No good. Rebound Fenwick, and they're going to push. It's a very fast team. This is the fastest team Beverly's seen all season long in the way they set their offense up. Gallant, another 3, no good.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting because we've seen the Panthers sort of out-athlete teams before, but this is not going to be the case tonight.
Beaudry gets it and goes. Almost turned over. Moreland muscling her way through. A third foul on number 34, Meager.
That is going to be huge. Moreland is still looking good down there, and if they can get Meager out of the game too, I highly doubt that the substitute's going to be able to keep Moreland down.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure why it's not a substitution. She's got 3.
Maybe she has a lot of confidence in the replacement.
Moreland, all 4 points for the Panthers tonight.
I was just about to say that.
Knocks them both down. And if there's one thing we can say about Moreland's struggles this season, it's been at the free throw line.
Oh, absolutely. That's just about the only thing you can nitpick about the game.
Beverly cut the lead to within 5. Those 2 Moreland free throws. Quick crossover. Defended by Gotch. Surprised there's not going to be a foul called there. Beaudry driving, trying to go coast to coast. Offensive board Moreland. She'll throw it up. Foul again. She'll be shooting 2. This one's going on Gallant, and the Fenwick coach, Adam DeBaggis.
Doesn't agree with that call.
And he has.
He's talking about the other end.
Exactly. But he can rightfully.
Yeah, that was a lot of contact that they let go.
If I was him too, I wouldn't be happy. The foul disparity of this game so far is astronomical. Already in the first quarter, Beverly's already in the 1-1, and Beverly hasn't committed a team foul.
I've seen that before. They do actually usually play very smart defensively, the Panthers, but this is a crazy disparity. But Fenwick has really committed to press, in-your-face, aggressive defense.
And they're letting Moreland beat them right now. 7 points for her, all 7 for the Panthers. 5 already in this first quarter have come from the line.
But they're making her beat her at the line, and right now Moreland has responded.
Beaudry to Bernard. Moreland, mid-range jumper, off balance, couldn't get it to go.
By the way, the Panthers only have 1 bucket from normal play. Everything else has been from the free throw line.
Guglielmo will be fouled by Bernard. First team foul on the Panthers. She'll be shooting 2. Beverly yet to make a substitution. In and out.
You would think, especially with the foul disparity and stuff, this will be key. And their chances that they do have, the Fenwick, they need to come away with these free points because right now Beverly is getting it when they get their free opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Gonzalez just entered the game for Meager on the Crusader side. Rebound Moreland. Throws it up quickly to Anderson. She was there. Easy 2 for Anderson. Assist coming from Moreland. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Beverly cuts it to within 1.
That's the first real gaffe that we've seen on offense or defense, I think, from the Crusaders. They've missed some shots and stuff, but that was a true mix-up, a true gaffe.
3 from Gallant, and she's feeling it. 6 for her on 2 threes. Probably watched Devin Booker break that NBA three-point contest record last night.
Boy, I thought there was a bit of a tug there at Beaudry on that.
3 from Anderson. She gets it to go. 3 points for her. She's had the last 5 for the Panthers. Beverly still cuts it to within 1, 13-12. Fenwick lead. It was a great play by Bernard to poke that away after Beaudry missed the initial shot. Gallant thinking about another 3. She can drive on you, too. She goes left with contact. She'll shoot 2.
The Crusaders on offense is doing a great job of isolating Panther defenders in one-on-ones and then trying to beat them to the basket. You saw a real no rollover help there at all on that drive.
Exactly. And Gallant is so gifted at the line, or driving as well as shooting, as we've seen her make her first 2 3-pointers of the game as she hits that one there at the line. She can drive too. You got to respect both angles, and that's why you saw Anderson really sagging off just a little bit. Because with those 2 open threes that she had made earlier, really opened up her inside game too. 15-12.
It's going to be a puzzle to solve down the stretch.
Anderson trying to get it out of the corner. Beaudry, mid-range J. Air ball. Gotch trying to save it. She can't.
Forced that one a bit.
So after Beverly cut it to within one, Fenwick back up 3. Guarded by Beaudry up top. Little step back, Kemba Walker action, got it to go. Beautiful play.
Their moves, when they got the Panthers defenders in one-on-ones, are real crisp.
Moreland working on the post. Throws it up there, no good. Rebound Gonzalez, 17-12. Fenwick trying to end this first quarter with the last shot in an emphatic run. Gonzalez into the corner, it's Gallant. Down to DeGuglielmo. Little baby hook, no good. Rebound Bernard. They have 8 seconds. They can get a shot off. Beaudry, 5 on the clock. She'll take it from deep, just off the front iron.
That looked real good.
And Gallant got a shot off the mark. That looked really good. 4 seconds a little early from Beaudry, but
that was a long. I thought it was going to go in, but it left her hand.
I could take that shot 10 times. I wouldn't even hit backboard. So after one, the Panthers trail the Crusaders 17-12. It was a big quarter from Moreland, especially at the line, and then Anderson added 5 as well, but on the other side it was Gallant. 2 threes and a field goal for her. She's doing it all right now for the Crusaders.
Absolutely, and the thing that you want to see about her game, it's when they isolate the Panther defenders in those one-on-ones, and they make moves to both ends. They make moves to come inside, they make moves to fake to the inside and take the outside shot. It's a problem. And the defense has been aggressive, and it's gotten the Panthers out of rhythm on offense completely.
And our producer Robert Dokes noting that he's noticed, and this is very true, Beverly is playing Fenwick's game right now. Fenwick is controlling it. They have Beverly right where they want them. You see Beverly just running around, not being able to get into their sets. They have to press, which means, they're getting pressed, so it means they have to get it up quick. And they have open lanes when they're there, so they're just going for it then instead of slowing it down and really drawing up plays.
You see it at times when they force up a shot or someone forces a pass too quickly. When they get the ball, it seems like they want to get it out of their hands very quickly because they're getting trapped a lot, especially down low on the press. It speeds things up at a pace that they don't want to play at right now.
Bakey in for the Panthers. Start the second quarter. First substitution for the Panthers all night.
Adds another long-range threat.
She gets drived on. First possession. Gonzalez, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Moreland. Quickly out to Beaudry. She can get it up there in a hurry. Anderson, open shot, takes it. Front iron. Good box out by Gonzalez on Anderson at the three-point line.
I like how fast she committed to it, though. They're going to have to make quick decisions.
Guglielmo. No good. Blocked by Moreland. Was Gallant on the attempt.
That was an emphatic block.
Another 3 from Gallant using a pick off the mark. Her first missed 3 tonight, but offensive board and the putback. What a move from DeGuglielmo. The up and under.
She caught Bernard mop boxing out there.
Bakey to Beaudry. Down low to Bernard, almost losing her footing. Bernard driving left. Gonna get a push. It's 1-1 already, so Bernard will shoot 1-1 for the Panthers. It's gonna be on O'Brien, her first. Eighth team foul for Fenwick. Number 12, Elizabeth Pica, in for O'Brien. Bernard misses the first of the 1-1. There's 2 more fouls from Fenwick. Beverly's going to be in the double bonus already.
For the most part, they've made it count from the line, so you got to feel good about that they can continue to make it count.
Jump ball possession is going to be with the Panthers. And that foul disparity is really alarming, 8-2. Anderson, down low to Moreland, working on Gallant. Can't get it to go, can't get the offensive board either.
And, that's going to be interesting because not only do you have players sit out, but even when the same players are in, they might have to change what they do on defense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, will they be able to stop the Panthers as well if they're not playing that same aggressive in-your-face defense?
In whether you're stopping Moreland or not, as DeGuglielmo misses a three in the putbacks and one for Gonzalez. Whether you're stopping Moreland or not, you'd have to think the person that's guarding her is going to pick up a few fouls along the way as well.
Absolutely, but, it's been worrisome just how excessively fast it happened.
Mm-hmm. Whitehair entering.
The boards have been a bit of an issue early on in this quarter. A lot of offensive rebounds for the Crusaders.
And just like you said, another one there. 21-12.
That is one place the Panthers have beat them, is at the free throw line.
Gallant guarded again, using a pick every time. Off the mark, Whitehair quickly gets it.
Gallant's cooled off a little bit from the outside shooting, though.
Beaudry. Down low to Moreland. They're working inside again with contact.
Gets her own rebound. Talk about fighting through the pressure, fighting through the contact.
14 now for the Panthers. They trail by 7, 5.5 left to go in the first half.
She's so fast and explosive down there.
DeGuglielmo misses the mid-range jumper. Bakey trying to grab it. Whitehair ends up with it. And a foul. Another one. 1-1. Whitehair's going to be shooting.
Boy, that's a real unforced foul, too. That's a bad one.
That was... I'm just going to disagree with it. That's all you can really say. I didn't see a foul. I'm not going to complain. This is a Beverly broadcast, so if we complained, what would we be doing?
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here, I'm wondering what it was, but still, to even make it close down there. There we go.
Whitehair knocks the first of a 1-1 down. Can't knock down the second. Moreland trying to come away with it. It's going to stay with Fenwick, though, on the jump ball. Beverly keeping it close. Gallant yet to score in this second quarter. She had 8 in the first. Travel there.
Fenwick's starting to look a bit out of sync now. Some miscues that we didn't see in the first quarter.
Bakey back to Beaudry. Driving quickly left, poked away. Will stay with the Panthers. Great crowd here tonight for the Larry McIntire Classic. Always more fun to do these games when there's people in the crowd.
Oh, absolutely. It adds a whole new energy. I'm sure it's more fun to play. Haley.
2 points just in front of the three-point line there for Anderson. First stroke is on tonight. Beverly within 4 now.
She got 7 points on the game tonight.
That jumper's good. Norton, she has 4.
Even things for a minute and a half, 2 minutes when they're not going the Crusaders' way, they always do a great job of answering at key points.
Beaudry getting double-teamed. Whitehair coming away with it. And she stepped out. And this Fenwick team noticing Beaudry's always there. They're double-teaming her quick.
Yeah, if you can take Beaudry away bringing up the ball, not a lot of other people that we've seen this year really run the offense.
Tight defense there from Whitehair. Open 3 from Gallant. Missed again. Tracked down by the Crusaders, though, another offensive board.
The help came a little late there, but wasn't able to knock down the shot.
Gallant taking a pick from Gonzalez. Fouled by Anderson.
She caught Anderson with happy feet there. Mm-hmm. You could see Anderson backing off, not really sure how to attack it.
23-17 Fenwick lead. Just over 4 left to go in the second quarter. Gallant back irons the first free throw. One is good. 9 points for Gallant now. Beaudry quickly getting it up past half court. Drops it down to Moreland. She'll be fouled. She'll shoot 2. See if this one goes on Gallant or if it goes on Pika.
Did you see him signal who it was?
No.
I didn't either.
That's either on Gallant or Pika. Judging by Gallant exiting the game, and I guess it's her. She's got 2.
That's another big piece now. He could be in a little bit of foul trouble out of the game.
And DiPietro coming back in. Moreland can't knock that one down. Bernard, jump ball, wins it for the Panthers. Excuse me, that's Whitehair.
That's big. Missed the shots, but still get a second chance.
It's always interesting to me how the Panthers have Beaudry inbounding it as Whitehair puts it in with contact. Because
that was one of the cleanest looks that they've got all night.
Anderson watching those picks. She's had to all night.
The freshman contributing off the bench here in this quarter.
And a foul on the floor, I believe on Moreland. It's going to be on Beaudry. It's Beverly's 5th team foul. Open 3. No good. Moreland rebound,
Steals
rips it
away.
down. Beverly has numbers, 2-on-1. A little bit of a stutter step, can't get it to go.
Moreland might have forced that one a little bit. She had numbers for a quick second. She could have hit her teammate. Tough to make that decision on the run, though.
Dropping it down. DiPietro with contact, fouled by Beaudry, and that was a phantom foul. Probably a makeup call.
Yeah, she looked out of control on the shot there. I think he thought it was a push, but I think she was out of control when she went up for that shot.
It's Beaudry's 2nd foul, and McCarthy's going to enter for her. Another freshman for this Panther team, McCarthy.
2 freshmen on the floor right now. 3, including
yeah.
Moreland. You forget.
You do forget the way she plays.
There's Haley by herself again.
Easy 2 for Anderson, 9 points for her. Great look from Moreland on the outlet pass.
Second time Anderson has completely caught the defense napping and done that.
And when you're getting pressed the way Beverly is by Fenwick, deep 3 from DiPietro.
And that's what I'm talking about. Every time that they get real close again, the Crusaders always come up with that big answer.
And that was from a different area code. Moreland losing her footing. She'll be called for a travel. Beverly down 6. Bernard going to enter for Bakey.
That ability to just do one little thing when things aren't going your way, to get through that little bit of controversy, is so huge.
Nadeau thinking about pulling up again. She will this time. Gets it to go. 2 deep 3s in a row from Nadeau. And she's got 11 tonight. Beverly was within 3, and now they're back trailing by 9.
Happens so fast.
Quick turnover, Whitehair looking for Anderson. She had her, but the height of Gonzalez.
The way things are going right now, things turn around so quickly. Stanchel might be thinking he might need to call a timeout soon if this possession doesn't go their way.
See if they get it to Nadeau. He's got the hot hand. Could have been a travel call there, but I guess not.
8-0 run for the Crusaders. Since they got it to 3, Crusaders have been on an 8-0 run since then.
Moreland spin move. Trying to do it all herself. No foul called.
Gets
Probably
her
the
own
right
rebound
move.
again. Oh, that's a big bucket for the Panthers.
Moreland calling for a foul, and I don't know how you don't foul Moreland. To stop her, you have to foul her. She's just so aggressive, full steam ahead.
Aggressive and fast.
Going to get a block on the Panthers. It's on Whitehair. So only 3 Panthers on the score sheet when it comes to points. Fenwick has 6 different scores. It's Norton's 5th with that free throw. We haven't even seen Meager in this second quarter.
Points-wise, I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, it hasn't mattered. To the eye, it's looked like the Panthers have played a far better quarter this quarter than the last one, but that ability to answer whenever there's controversy has the actual score pretty much still at the same.
McCarthy getting trapped, gets it up to Moreland. She finds Bernard. Cross-court pass intercepted. Minute 25 left to go in this first half. Good job by Moreland getting into the pick and roll. Guglielmo getting pushing Moreland. Moreland will shoot too, and that's definitely got to be a frustration foul.
Tough to get away with that one.
Yeah.
Right in front of the ref too. Everyone's watching the ball go straight in the air.
It's only her first though. Can't knock that one down. Second free throw's good for Moreland. Beverly back to within 9. Gallant. Drop pass. Runner from DeGuglielmo, no good. Offensive board, Crusaders again. New shot clock. Gallant drops it down. Back out Gallant. Another 3. Bit of a herky-jerk shot there. Rebounded by McCarthy, and
she had a good look. I don't know. It didn't look as good as we've usually seen it form-wise. I don't really know what happened.
Moreland getting picked off. Coming the other way. It's going to be a push on McCarthy. Crusaders shooting 1-1 now.
Down the stretch here, we see some real bad turnovers here from the Panthers trying to run their offense.
First one knocked down.
Opens it up to a double-digit lead.
Nadu leads all scorers. She has 12. Knocks that one down as well. Panthers looking to get something going to carry some momentum into the second half. Anderson in the corner. Timeout called by Stanchel. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
That's a good timeout. They really need something to go into the half here, and things weren't looking good there. That's good timeout by Stanchel.
Definitely, especially Anderson in the corner there getting double teamed. You didn't know what was going to happen. So coming out of this timeout, Stanchel.
Another turnover there would have been costly.
Exactly. I would look to see Stanchel try to draw something up, get it down low to Moreland, and if it's not there, have her kick it back out to Anderson. Maybe have an off-ball screen to get Anderson open for 3 at the same time. Moreland has it down low. And just let Moreland decide whether she wants to go up with it or kick it out to Anderson.
I think you're in the huddle.
I might be. Who knows? I can be in 2 places at once. Panthers going to send out the same 5. 3 freshmen in that 5, by the way, playing in an end-of-the-year tournament. Big stage for a young team to be in.
Yeah, despite things not going their way right now, like you said, 3 freshmen on the floor, that's got to make you feel good at least for the future.
Exactly.
Such a young team, this Panthers team, and they've already looked so good.
Whitehair is going to be inbounding it. McCarthy almost losing it. 15 on the shot clock. And she's going to be called for a travel. It got stuck there on her hip.
Well, whatever they drew up, that one little, get that hand in there, and the play goes
out the window.
Absolutely.
Fenwick likely holding for the last shot. Nice pick and roll. Travel called there. So Panthers, 9 seconds left to get a shot off. They're down 11.
They're going to have to draw something up quick here.
McCarthy gets it off the inbound. Driving up the right side, picks up her dribble, turns it over. Another turnover for the Panthers.
That's a bad one.
Gallant, an easy 2 at the buzzer. And Fenwick takes the lead into the second half, 37-24. Gallant, she had 11 points in that first half. Nadu leading all scorers with 13, Norton adding 5, DePietro with 4, a couple other Crusaders with 2 on the other side. It's really been Anderson and Moreland for the Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. I talked about earlier, get Beaudry or Bernard involved. They haven't been able to. It's really just been a 2-person attack. And it's not good enough to face a real good team like this. You're going to need more than just 2 people.
It doesn't look good for the Panthers moving into the second half. A lot of momentum taken away with those last 2 possessions and those turnovers in the first half. So after one, the Crusaders lead 37-24 after a few minutes. We'll be back for more analysis and the rest of this game here.
You are watching BevCam. Here, anyone can come to the studio to make their own local TV show. Contact us with your idea. We'll help you get started with producing your own show, editing it, and then we'll broadcast it to all of Beverly for your friends and family to see. You might even get some new fans. We also film local events like sports, music, city council meetings, and more. If you miss out on anything in town, you can catch up on it here. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Contact us at 978-927-5544 or email us at admin@bevcam.org.
Listen.
All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize
Unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
Listen.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
Creativity is putting your imagination to work, and it's produced the most extraordinary results in human culture. Dreams come from inspiration. Inspiration comes from an idea. And ideas come from creativity. We believe in raising up a new generation of creative minds. And it all starts with you. Help sponsor the award-winning Beverly High School Media Program so the students can have the resources they need to make dreams happen.
Welcome back to the Henry Cabot Lodge Fieldhouse. Thank you for watching this Larry McIntire tournament game. Alex Lugo alongside Dom Lorenzano, and that first half, especially towards the end, was a struggle for the Panthers.
Absolutely. And, you know, the thing to look to is everything collapsed after they got it to within 3. They came off on the other end. They hit 2 threes in a row, ended up with an 8-0 run, and from there, turnovers on offense. The press was getting to them, and things really collapsed.
And it was McCarthy who had a few of those turnovers at the end of that first half, and she's not going to be starting this second half. It's going to be the 5 starters from the beginning of the game for the Panthers.
Well, she came in because Beaudry got herself into foul trouble. And we see Beaudry really the only one who really handles the ball up the floor and runs the offense. And that came up real big in that last 3 minutes where they just couldn't right the ship.
Yeah, and Moreland's going to have to do a lot more than she did in that first half. And it's crazy because she did pretty much all of the, or not all of it, but most of the offensive scoring for the Panthers. She has to do more, and she has to do a better job of getting people involved when she has numbers on the offensive end.
Oh, the lack of ball movement has been a big reason why they're not doing a lot on offense. I mean, only 3 people have scored.
But that's a huge, in part, to that Fenwick defense as well. The press, it doesn't give them a lot of time once they get it past half court to really get set.
Just not letting them get in rhythm at all. And even with Moreland, almost all of her points have actually had to come from the free throw line, though, too.
Exactly.
So they're making her at least beat them at the line. They're not giving up the bunnies, and they're okay with giving up the foul to make they can't get.
Fenwick will start with the ball in this third quarter. Norton again. She's going to drive right. Excuse me. No, that's DePietro. Not DePietro. She comes away with the offensive board.
I think the Panthers are in a zone right now.
Yeah, they are coming out, I believe, a 3-2 zone to start this. Off the mark. Couldn't come away with a rebound. That was meager.
Interesting changeup. You don't see them play zone a lot. Oh, no, an early turnover.
2-on-1. Gallant, easy 2. Got 13.
That's what plagued them in that last 2.5, 3 minutes.
Anderson to Moreland, drops it down. Gosh for 2. I believe it was deflected by DePietro. Meager coming away with the board.
The help came fast there. Just will not allow the bunnies.
Driving, we're going to get a foul. Offensive foul. It's going to go on Nadu. And the call for the charge, that's her second.
Crusaders coach is not happy. This is the hands on the hips just kind of glaring out at.
Yeah, DeBaggis has been frustrated all night long. His team's still up 15. Anderson. She's getting triple teamed there. Nobody coming to help.
They consistently just dribble themselves into trouble. And like you said, no one came to help there.
This Fenwick defense, just like the offense, very fast. They react very quickly. Beaudry, mid-range jumper, blocked by Meager. Rebounded Bernard. Beaudry thinking about it again against Meager, but
at all times, when they're running their offense, it just looks messy.
Meager, outlet pass. Driving, easy 2 there. Actually, not an easy 2, a hard 2 for Norton.
Has to fight through the contact of Anderson.
Gotch, back to Beaudry. Fenwick looking to pull away. They're going to double team Beaudry quickly. Moreland from the charity stripe. Rushed that shot, didn't really set her feet. It's coming the other way now. Gallant. Pass. The 3. Yes!
Oh, no.
Nadu again. 16 for her. She continues to perform. Panthers in a deep hole, down 20.
But things are really starting to implode right now for the Panthers. See what Stanchel comes up with here to try and right the ship.
Beverly down 20. They're going to need almost a miracle to really come back from this one, the way they're playing tonight. And Beverly needs that win tonight, and they also need a win tomorrow and win the tournament, coupled by a Billerica loss in their championship game in their tournament to get a home game. And we'll show you right now on the screen the potential opponents. Sitting at 12-6. Everett right now has control of the 8th seed, and the 9th Billerica, the 10th Revere, and the 11th Lowell. Now
that is a lot of traveling that they're going to have to do if they can't get a home game.
Exactly. And it doesn't look like Beverly's going to get a home game now, so they're going to have to prepare. The worst case scenario for this Panther team is that they would be the 11th or the 12th seed. They would have to play the 6 or the 5, Revere or Lowell. Looks like what it's going to be. Revere's a team Beverly beat very recently at Revere. Lowell is a team that they haven't seen. So a lot of playoff implications still for the Panthers, not only in this tournament, but in other tournaments across the state. Anderson to Gotch. Moreland. Stolen away by DePietro. And it's that backside help from the Crusaders defense that's really doing a great job. The off-ball defenders are always paying attention to the ball to try to get a jump on it.
Yeah.
Migi offensive board in the putback. Looking like Akeem Olajuwon there with the dream shake.
And our producer just pointed out something very important to us, too, is maybe, the home game would be nice for the Panthers, but Bishop is playing for even more, as a win here could put them into the playoff.
Very true, as Moreland throws that one off of a Crusader to keep possession. And watching this Fenwick team play, it's crazy that they haven't clinched a spot yet.
It's crazy that they're 9-9.
Exactly. It's crazy they only beat Beverly by 8 the first time we saw them. Mid-range jumper from Beaudry. Got it to go. 2 points for Beaudry. She's on the board.
First bucket for the Panthers in this quarter.
Only took them just over 3 minutes. Well, again, a lot of credit to this Fenwick defense.
Not only are they aggressive, their sound, as you talked about, they always come back and help.
DePietro off the mark.
We've seen the Crusaders isolate Panther defenders in one-on-one, and the help doesn't come quick enough. But that has not been a problem on the other side for Bishop's defense.
That's the third foul on Nadu. I believe it's going to be on Nadu. It's going to be her third. Problem with the scoreboard. They have a timeout clock running down.
They're just going to wait for it to run out?
It might be just a free timeout. Nope,
Oh, there we
back.
go. There we go.
And another thing to point out, Nadu, the leading scorer in this game, 16. You see that brace on her left knee. She was out with an ACL injury in the first meeting between these two teams. Pass for Gotch off the mark. A couple subs coming in for the Panthers. Bakey will enter, as well as Sprague. She'll get her first minutes. Gotch and Bernard will exit. Anderson and Moreland have played every minute of this game so far for the Panthers.
Panthers have needed every minute of it. Bakey on the floor, too. We'll talk about kind of a miracle to come back. They're going to have their two best three-point shooters on the floor right now, and that's what you have to do when the deficit is this big.
Jump ball there. Fenwick keeps possession. Beverly trying to nibble away at this lead. They're still down 20. 4 minutes left to go in the third. Driving. Floater. No good. Rebound Anderson. Beverly getting into their offense for what seems like the first time tonight. Moreland has it peeled away, but off the foot of Beaudry.
Gets peeled out there.
She'll go up. She'll miss the two. Trying to come away with the board. Going to be a jump ball or a foul. We'll see. Going to get a timeout called by Fenwick just in time.
She was all over the place on that play.
She was. And she's just
trying to get her own rebound outside, inside. Playing crazy.
She's a very aggressive player, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And if she loses a ball and it's within her reach, she's going to try to get it. You see the Fenwick coach really appealing to a ref there at midcourt. Maybe saying...
He really has not been happy.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
No, I absolutely. They play real aggressive defense, and you expect to see some high foul rates, but it, especially in the first quarter, it was out of control. You knew there was something going on.
And I'm not saying anything about the referees at all. I'm just saying is it seems like every time Moreland's involved, she plays so aggressive that her opponent plays just as aggressive, if not more. And more fouls are going to be called when she's involved in a play, and she's involved in just about every play for the Panthers.
And especially if it's down low, you're trying to stop her with the ball in her hands. You know, the fouls usually go the offensive way. In favor of the offensive player.
Coming out of the timeout, Fenwick still with a 20-point lead. Beverly only with 26 points thus far.
Just 2 points in the quarter.
Nadeau gets it past half court. Gallant takes a pick from DePietro, drops it down. 3 to Jugliema. In and out, rebound DePietro. Gets it to go, and it looked like Moreland got a piece of that.
I can't believe that when it looked like Moreland was right on her, and like you said, got a piece of it.
And it's
but
the offensive
went through the
boards.
contact. That's just the way it's kind of gone for Fenwick tonight.
They're getting every offensive board, it seems like, as Moreland on the ground for that. She'll get the jump ball to stay with the Panthers.
You know, at all times, offense and defense, it just seems like Fenwick, they're in the right place at the right time. And that's a testament to the coaching.
It is. Fenwick in that zone. 3 from Bakey, got it to go. Well, they're going to call it a 2.
It's about as open look as you're going to get.
In the corner. What a pass from Gallant. Shot off the mark, but DePietro again with an offensive rebound, the putback, and 1. This Beverly team's having a hard time boxing out all night, and DePietro makes him pay there with yet another offensive board.
Yeah, Bakey got caught trying to just get the ball instead of boxing out and doing that.
DePietro looking to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Gets it to go. Lead extends to 23 for Fenwick. Moreland in the corner. Anderson. No good. Moreland, she'll be fouled. She'll shoot 2. That's the 4th on Meager. Moreland doing a great job getting that offensive board.
And she's on the board for the first time in this quarter.
Meager will sit.
Not something you say often.
No, it's not. Almost 6 minutes in. In and out, rebound, Fenwick. Gallant. Cross-court pass to DePietro, sent away by Moreland. You can see Coach Donovan over there tracking that ball down. Boy, is he limber. Looks like he could get out there. Probably drop 20 on these girls.
I thought that was him, too, when I was looking at it. I was like, is that him?
Driving, Nadeau for 2. Off the mark, rebound Bakey, and taken away by Nadeau. Gallant with a fresh shot clock. In the corner, Gonzalez. Gallant calling for it, cross court. Back, near court. Driving to Guglielmo, floater, no good. Her own offensive board, and another fresh shot clock for Fenwick. And Coach Stanchel's head is in his hands. He cannot believe it. He's not happy with the defensive effort here from the Panthers. DePietro, an easy mid-range 2.
You can only ask a team to play defense for so long. You can't keep giving up offensive boards like that.
Moreland has it sent away. They're going to actually have a foul on DePietro. It's DePietro's 3rd.
He's not happy again. And I don't blame him again, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't really see it either.
Looked like a block. I called it as a block, but Petro called for her third, and she has 7 points.
You'll get
in
no
this
argument
quarter.
from me. It'll just look pretty clean.
Maybe some home cooking. They're the host team. Who knows? I don't know how referee politics work. Although I have complained about my fair share. Especially in 2K. Moreland knocks that second one down. Beverly an even 30 now, trailing by 23 again. Minute 13 left to go in the third. Gallant. See Fenwick being very patient this quarter with the ball.
That's what you got to do with a big lead. You just got to kind of sit on it. Last game.
Deep three to Guglielma off the ground. Moreland going to be called for a foul, and she's already arguing.
That's a tough one to let go, though.
Yeah, it is. She just plays so aggressive. And you really love to watch it, too, especially as a freshman. And as she evolves and gets older and gets more mature, she's going to know what plays to go all out for and what plays to really just pick your battles on as Nadu airballs a three.
Yeah, absolutely. And that aggressiveness and that athleticism, even when she's giving up a little bit of height sometimes down low, it just doesn't matter. Her steps are so quick, she's so fast in her reaction that she can fight through that.
It's what separates her from just about every other girl she goes up against. Nice move there.
Look at the speed.
Yeah. You just can't say enough about her. And I remember I did a game, I believe it was the second home game of the season, where she had a triple-double, 21 points, 26 boards in 11 blocks.
That's crazy. She has those games sometimes where it seems like she just gets in that zone, and there really is no stopping her. She did that in a Revere game against someone with a Division I scholarship.
Yeah.
And she's a freshman.
And she sends that one away from Gallant.
And sends it away again.
And at the end of three, Beverly, they are down by 21, but they played a lot better in that third quarter, especially towards the end. Moreland took over in the last minute and a half.
Well, you saw in Beverly's last game, too, they kind of coasted with a big lead, and things got actually kind of dicey in the last minute and a half. I believe it's about a 15-point lead, got down to about 6 or 7 in that last game, so it can happen.
Beverly, going to need a lot to come back here, but it might come to a point where they're just looking to build momentum and build a good foundation for tomorrow's game, whether they're playing in the championship game against Masco or they're going to play in the consolation game against Gloucester. But Coach Stanchell's not thinking about tomorrow. He's thinking about right now. He's thinking about a fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. You think that he doesn't have Bakey in the game right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he puts her in. And they just think about, we got to make this as fast as possible. We got to feed it to the outside shooters.
Exactly. I think if they can get something going quick, I would expect him to put in Bakey, maybe take out Gott. She hasn't really been effective. And it's not that it's anything against her. It's that this Fenwick defense has smothered everybody on this Beverly team.
Yeah. They've done, we talked about, you need to get that third person involved. Mm-hmm. You got to accept the fact that, Moreland and Anderson are probably going to get their points. It's about, can you just keep it at that? And Fenwick has done a brilliant job of neutralizing just about everybody else being an offensive threat.
Gallant driving on Bernard. Can't get it to go, but a quick offensive board for the Crusaders yet again. Driving. Gonzalez, mid-range. No good. Bernard finally grabs that one for the Panthers. And DeGuglielma seems to be shaken up a bit. I don't know, she stretching that right leg out maybe. And Meager's going to come in for her. Seems to be all right. DePietro exits. And we're going to get Pika in for her as well. Yeah, I know all too well about a cramp. I cramp up sitting down. Beaudry about to pass half court. She does. And she gets trapped as soon as she does. Elbows her way out of it. Moreland to Anderson. 3. Just off the mark.
That was a long three that she put up there.
In the hands of Gallant for the Crusaders. She had a big first half. Quiet in that third quarter. Ripped away, but we're going to get a timeout just as the ball was getting ripped away.
Yeah, great timing there. Panthers, for once, trapping somebody.
Exactly. A little taste of their own medicine. Beverly has 7 minutes to come back from a 21-point deficit. And this is a much different game than the one that was played by these two teams in the Christmas tournament. Again, we mentioned Nadu was out for that with an ACL injury. It was a game that Fenwick only won by 8. They have a 21-point lead here, and Nadu's the leading scorer, so that's all you need to know. She's the difference.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about knowing that this team had beat you before, and you think that you need to come out fast and you need to get that confidence. And Bishop really set the tone early on for just how the game was going to be played and at what pace was going to be.
Yeah, that game tomorrow, if it is Fenwick against Masco, a great team who slaughtered Gloucester, that's going to be a game that I think everybody's really want to tune into or watch or come down and see it here at Beverly High School.
It'd be interesting to see Bishop's, because I can't believe they're 9-9. I wonder what their record was pre-injury and post-injury.
And we're going to have to get a cleanup on the court. Well, if we can get a shot of that. Some kids drop some popcorn. Beverly athletic trainer Charlotte Baranis over there helping them. Well, we got to get a shot of that somehow. That's priceless. All right, we're not going to get one. It's cool. Just saying, would have been fun.
It's definitely entertaining. It's still going on.
It is. This kid playing 52 pickup.
That's got to be embarrassing. You're just sitting there. You're going, oh, no.
And the referee,
you got to make this fast.
Referee rushing over, and I'm sure it was butter on that popcorn. So he's got the towel out.
It doesn't sound like a hard thing to do that should take a while, but when you know you mess up and you got everyone looking at you, you start dropping everything.
And we're back to playing. 7:05 left to go in the final quarter here. Beverly trailing 53-32. Trying to build some momentum. Great pass. Meager. No good. Moreland catches and goes. She's off to the races. She's got Anderson with her. She'll keep it herself. Last touched by Gonzalez. She kicks it out. So Beverly with 25 on the shot clock. Have an inbound underneath the Fenwick hoop. Moreland out to Gotch. Anderson, deep three. Off the from here.
She didn't really set her feet, though, on it. She got it out of her hand real quick. Her technique in shooting, though, is so good that even when it's not a great shot, the end result, air ball, whatever, it always looks good coming off her hands.
Yeah, she's one of the better shooters I remember seeing here at Beverly High School. Of course, you had Natalie Mellinger a couple years ago. She was a deadly shooter. You had Erin Silvestri back when I was in school here. She was a deadly shooter. Tatiana Murad, a great shooter in her own right. And the next one, Haley Anderson's going to be on that list. She already put herself on it as a sophomore. Bernard with the board.
Especially second half of the year and in the tournament, where they gave Fenwick actually a run for their money for a while. We saw Haley come on as a shooter.
And Moreland powered her way through there. Meager was probably flopping there. Although, I don't know. I would not want Moreland to run through me. I can tell you that right now. It'll be flat on my back. Three from Gallant. She's got 5 in this second half. 15 on the night. 16. Another turnover for the Panthers, and everything seems to be unraveling. 22-point lead for Fenwick. And sophomore number 14, Michaela Rossi, see her first action tonight.
The pressure has been there from the Fenwick defense all day, but the turnovers didn't really start to happen until about late in that second quarter, and from there it's just snowballed.
Moreland grabbing the rebound. Gonzalez had the miss. 3 from Anderson. Couldn't get the bounce. Foul on Gallant, I believe. That's her third. Is the fourth team foul on the Crusaders. Anderson, long 2. Yes!
There we go.
5:15. Bernard knocks that one away, but Rossi ends up with it. She'll turn it over. Beaudry pushing it quickly. 3-on-3. She slows it down. Moreland setting something up. She has Anderson in the corner. She sends it down to Gotch. Couldn't handle it. Looked like it might have been poked by a Crusader. And it's going to stay with the Panthers. Bernard. She'll inbound. Down low to her. She's double teamed. She'll be fouled. Looks like she was hit in the face.
Yeah, I think she caught an elbow maybe.
Either an elbow or a finger to the eye. She's good though. She'll shoot 2. Can't knock down the first. Can't get either to go.
That hurts.
Beaudry poking that one away. Beverly team, although down 20 for the majority of this half, not quit at all.
Absolutely, they're still battling. Looking down at my score sheet here, I was trying to make sure I got this right. I've looked over it a couple of times. It definitely is 7 points for the Panthers from everybody else. Anderson, Moreland, everything else. From everyone else, non-Anderson, Moreland, just 7 points.
So Moreland and Anderson combining for 29 out of the 36 Beverly points. And that's not a recipe for a win.
No, absolutely not.
Timeout is called, I believe, by the Panthers. 4.5 minutes left to go in the fourth. In Beverly right now, really just playing for momentum. Trying to see what they can get going and feel positive going into tomorrow's game. And this is a valuable learning experience for this young team, especially being in a tournament against a team with as talented as Fenwick. Second time you're playing them this season.
They've seemed like they've played a lot of games recently. Mm-hmm. They had 2 games on the road in the same week, and then they played on Tuesday, and then
they're going to be playing today and tomorrow.
Yeah, but even before this tournament, I just felt like it was a very busy end to the season for the Panthers.
And then you're going to have the playoffs too, and that's rapid. That waits for no team.
That's going to be a lot of traveling for them too, and you got to go through a little bit of a murderer's row.
Trap by the Panthers. Meager gets it out. Gonzalez for 3 off the mark, and we talked so much about Moreland and how she's a freshman. Gonzalez played a lot of minutes tonight for Fenwick. She's also a freshman in her own right. She sends that one away.
Yeah, we talked about how the foul trouble could be an issue, but Gonzalez is one of the keys off the bench, stepping up, and that's what you need. It's a team effort.
Anderson trying to chase that one down. It sends her out of bounds. We're at the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Something goes wrong, something bad happens, next person steps up.
Yep.
That's a recipe for success right there. That's how you win games.
we've seen it, of course, from Gallant in that first half. She didn't have it, or we saw it in the first quarter from her. She didn't really have it in the second. Then Nadu stepped up, and we're going to get an elbow right there. Beaudry took it to the face. And they're actually going to call a block on that, even though it was clear that Norton elbowed Beaudry right in the mouth. But hey.
Crusaders coach gets one.
He does. The weirdest one of them all.
Absolutely.
Meager looking down low, guarded by Moreland.
We might have had just the best look at it, though, of everyone.
Yeah, we did.
It was literally right in front of us on the near side.
And then Beaudry was even checking her teeth after to make sure they were all there. Moreland fouled and already complaining to the ref.
She's so competitive.
She is. 3.5 left in the fourth. Still a 20-point lead for the Crusaders. And you see DeGuglielma, who was, we thought it was cramps, who came out in that third quarter. She's got an ice pack around that right ankle on the outside of it. So it might be a little more serious than cramps. And even though she only had 2 points tonight, very talented offensively, very gifted. And definitely a key piece off that Fenwick bench. It'll be interesting to see if that's affecting the team tomorrow. And another foul on Norton. It's her second.
Yeah, points-wise, it's not hard, but everything else, it's hard to say who was key, who wasn't, because I'm just seeing great team defense totally from the Crusaders tonight. Everybody where they need to be, right spots, the help comes quick.
Beaudry knocks down the first of a 1-and-1. Not the second. Gotch pokes that one away, but Meager comes away with it. Quickly into the hands of the point guard, Gallant. Gonzalez. Looking for Norton. Foul by Beaudry. It's a 15 foul. Thursday. Gallant calling for a pick, quickly passes to Gonzalez. Meager, down low to Norton. Long two, just short. Quickly off to the races is Moreland. She has Anderson with her. She'll keep it herself with contact, completes it. $18-point lead now. Meager driving, completes it with the left hand over Moreland. 2:24 left. Beverly trailing by 20 again.
That isolating one-on-one, too, has worked so well all day for the Crusaders.
Anderson, three in the corner. A little too much on it. Anderson going to try to step up on Gallant when she hits half court. McCarthy checking in soon. Gallant down low to Meager, working on Moreland. Turnaround, got it to go. So Meager's got the last 4 points for the Crusaders after being in foul trouble the majority of the game. She's still here in the fourth quarter. And if you were to tell me when she had 3 fouls early in that first quarter that she was going to be still playing in the fourth, I'd call you crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Going against Moreland for the entire night, you would expect that. Man, if you keep her in the game, she's going to be out of there by the third quarter.
Timeout, Fenwick, 1:33 left to go. The Crusaders lead 61-39, and we've been saying it all night. Moreland and Anderson showed up. They've done their part. We needed a third or fourth scorer, the Panthers did, to really step things up. But that Fenwick defense had the clamps on this Panther offense all game long.
Would not allow it. I mean, Beaudry and Gotch didn't get on the ball until the third and then the fourth for Gotch. Yep. And with the last one, we got 9 points from everyone else, not Moreland and Anderson. can't say enough about that defense. That is an amazing job.
In offensive boards, too, Beverly needed to do a better job of boxing out. Moreland was doing her job in boxing out, although she missed a few assignments, but it was Bernard really not boxing out as well as she should have. Bakey letting up a few offensive rebounds, and a lot of the guards, too, really just forgetting about their defender is really what it came down to. A lot of second chance points for the Crusaders. Wish I had it down on paper. It's easily 20, 25 second chance points.
Oh. I think that came with the pressure of what was going on around them.
Yep.
We didn't see it as bad early on. As it started to become clear that the pace was going Fenwick's way, I think in general things tightened up.
Yeah, and
they started lunging just for the ball and not getting those box outs.
And you saw early in the game, Fenwick was getting open shots. As Moreland takes that one away, she'll probably put this one in for 2. She does. But early on, Fenwick was getting open shots. They were just missing them, and you knew sooner or later they were going to fall. A team this good wasn't going to miss those shots. They eventually started to fall. Just under a minute left. Beverly has not quit the entire game. Poked away again by Moreland.
Yeah.
She's probably going to put this one in for an easy 2. And she actually doesn't. Rebound McCarthy. Moreland can't get that one to go. I got to stop jinxing her.
Yeah,
jinxing this team.
That was bad.
Taken away by Bernard.
They're fighting.
And going to be a backcourt violation. Taken away by Anderson. And she's fouled. Taché being called for that foul. Whole new group in for the Crusaders. Getting everybody some minutes.
With, another game tomorrow, that little bit of extra rest can be very helpful.
Anderson knocks down the first.
Sometimes it happens in tournaments. Fatigue or, adrenaline dump or letdown kind of comes into play for the next game, but
Anderson, quick steal off the inbound, gets that to go.
Both Fenwick and Masco are probably both got, coasted to nice victories, so that won't be a factor for them.
It's Beverly unit doing a
Still
good job
trying.
against this Fenwick. Panthers putting up some points here in garbage time. Maybe try to get another shot off. Anderson throws it up. She can't get that one to go. So at the end of this one, the Crusaders take it 61-45 over the Panthers. Beverly drops to 12-7. Fenwick improves to 10-9. All important on their quest to get into the playoffs, and they clinch a playoff spot with that win tonight. Their 10th win in 19 games of play, and you can't say enough about Moreland, obviously, and can't say enough about Anderson. It was the other few girls on the team that Beverly needed to step up, and it's not that they don't have the talent to do that. It's just this Fenwick defense had the clamps on Beverly almost all night.
Absolutely. I think they came in with a real good game plan. You saw it very early on. They committed to the press. They committed to make Beverly speed up. And I think they accepted the fact, Moreland's going to get her points. Let's make her earn them at the line, a lot of it.
Yep.
But, Moreland and Anderson are going to get their points. Let's make sure that we just keep it two-dimensional.
Yeah, and credit to Moreland. If there's one place, that she struggled this season, it's at the line. And she got the job done tonight at the line. It just wasn't enough for this Panther team. They end up trailing 61-45. They'll be in the consolation game tomorrow against Gloucester.
I think one more point to make. It kind of really comes down to that late in the second quarter where they got that run. They got it to within 3. I mean, looking at the score, this was not this easy. They coasted at the second half, but Beverly made it interesting. They came back with back-to-back threes,
Yep.
went on an 8-0 run, and from there things kind of snowballed. A lot of turnovers on offense. That's what it started for the Panthers.
Yeah, great job from this Fenwick defense. Beverly, a lot to improve on tomorrow as they play Fenwick. Looking forward to a tournament championship game against Masco tomorrow night. That does it for us here. Stay tuned because myself and Tom Donovan will be calling the Beverly boys hosting the the Bishop Fenwick boys. That game starts at 7:15.
That should be a good one.
That's going to be a really good game. They're warming up here. It's got a packed house already. Final game of opening night of the tournament. So thank you, Dom, for joining me. Finally, we did a game together. It took all season long.
I was thinking about that, too. It was good, though.
Took all season long, but we got it done. For
Yeah.
Dom Lorenzano, I'm Alex Luco. Thank you to Matt Peugeot, Mark Lehman, and Robert Dokes doing what they do. And we'll see you in about a half an hour, if not 20 minutes, for the start of this Fenwick and Beverly game tonight.